photography as an extension of who we are, how we perceive the world, and what we would like to expand on is something that I've been reflecting on this morning. And I wanted to just share my thoughts, really. So they say, don't they, that what you focus on expands. So the act of photography is such a conscious way of focusing on a subject, isn't it? A subject, a feeling, a view, a career path even. So being mindful of what we want to expand in our lives, what that looks like for each person, of course, is going to be different. I'm just going to check this is recording right. So if what you focus on expands in your life, what do you want to focus on? And for me, that's a feeling of peace. That's abundance, beauty, love, youth, creativity, flow. And this is why I choose to, I would like to choose to base my photography creations around things that I want to expand in my life and gravitate towards other creatives that think along the same lines, that appreciate energy, that appreciate peace and creative flow and all of the things. So this is also the reason that I choose not to talk about the news, the bad stuff going on in the world, problems generally. I touch on realness in my life, of course, because it's part of my story, but I tend to try and focus on the positives. And, you know, it's not because I don't care about what's going on in the world, it's just because if I'm going to have an impact on the world, that'll be by within my little corner of the world, you know, and creating something effortless, beautiful, real, and energetic. The behind the scenes footage that you're seeing now is footage of two experiences that have really helped to pull me out of that funk I was in, guys. And this is just what I wanted to share, really. Like these experiences, being out in nature with Steve, working in the woods, capturing him, playing his flute, and being in the shop with Tila, modelling clothes. These are the things, being around others and out and about in the world, that have really helped me to kind of get back on track mentally, really. And this is what I'd love to draw more of into my life. And at the moment, it's a case of trying to push forward to create opportunities and make things happen, whilst finding the balance of what I can physically do at times, to be honest. A shoot like this on the left, it was probably a couple of hours we were in the woods, and I was up and down with the camera. And, you know, when you've got a lot going on, an active lifestyle and things like I have with the boat, you know, it can be a lot. It can be a lot physically. So it's really interesting to just see how things are unfolding and the pace that they're unfolding. And I do trust the pace, even though at times I am a little bit frustrated. You know, I get these impatient times when I just want to push forward and make more happen. And then I realise perhaps this is going at just the pace that it needs to for me to be able to keep up physically, emotionally, mentally. You know, sometimes just in life it can feel very draining and you need time to just recalibrate and get your breath back, you know. So I'm trusting in the pace of everything and enjoying the memory of these two experiences I recently had, and just reliving them by creating the content for you is ace. You know, I'm still buzzing from my shoot with Steve, and I haven't started editing the images yet, but I absolutely can't wait to share them with you. I have gone through them and selected the best ones to edit. So the next step is to get them into Lightroom as a folder of images into Lightroom, and then I will do like a speedy, quick edit through Lightroom and just get in the flow and just enjoy that creative process, because it can be just as creative as actually being out shooting sometimes. If you get in the flow in the editing process, it's a brilliant way of expressing the feeling of the shoot, if that makes sense. Bringing through and conveying that piece, the vibe, the energy of the actual experience in the woods. So really looking forward to enjoying that. And I absolutely loved working in this way with what I call God's lighting. And it can be a real challenge working in dappled light like this, because dappled light on a face can be really awkward. So you'll notice in the behind the scenes footage, I'm constantly kind of moving Steve around, but only an inch here to the left, an inch to the right. It doesn't take much to just, for example, for the nose or an ear to end up in the light, or just one part of the face to end up shaded and the rest sunny. So it's a real bit of a balancing act, really, when working out in nature like this. But I love it. I absolutely adore working in natural light. And I've definitely found in the past that this can be challenging when you're running a business, because so often I've booked photo shoots out in the park with family photo shoots, and I've had loads booked throughout the months, and then the weather isn't good and I have to either work with a flat light or reschedule, and sometimes you have to have 3 or 4 backup dates for one shoot because of the weather that you're working around, so I love that the opportunity came about kind of spur of the moment for this shoot, which is the way I love to work now. I love to just work with my creative flow, my inspiration at the time, my energy, the weather, and just when it all comes together like this as this kind of spontaneous photo shoot, it's really magic. It is really magic, because it's all there, it's all done for you. You've just got to capture.